Hello there, Reject Nation. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. We have made it to the Umbrella Academy Season 3 finale. Yeah, this last half has been awesome. It has just been getting progressively more awesome and engaging and shocking and revelatory. Been loving it. Been loving it. If you just happen to click on here and not watch the earlier ones, just start at like episode 5 or 6. Start at 6.
Literally the second half of the season.
I feel like there's like some really good stuff in the first half, but the great stuff has been like pretty solid from the last half. Yeah, guys, leave a like. That helps out in the algorithm. And subscribe and click the notification bell in case something else pops up on this channel that you're like, yeah, I want to check that out. And full-length watch-alongs where you sync up with the time code are available for our super sexy rejects over at our Patreon page. Thank you to all who have joined for Umbrella Academy thus far. We cover a bunch of shows over there as well, where some shows have exclusive reaction highlights included. And the team of Prepper, thank you guys for helping us edit down these highlights. And thank you, Aaron, again, for joining me on this journey. You're the only one I know that in real life that watches Umbrella Academy, says no one else would ever watch it with. And yeah, guys, let's see what ends up happening in this episode. I can't wait to find out. Hopefully it sticks to the landing. All right, let's get to it.
I lost the other side.
Where's Klaus?
Children, I'm sorry. But your brother, I did all I could. But he didn't make it through in time.
In the 1800s, the best minds of the age theorized we live in a clockwork cosmos. In the quantum age, time and space are suspected to be a holograph. Ancient people...
What?
Makes you feel tiny, huh?
Why would you put pineapple on a pizza?
We are just tiny specks of sand.
True.
Where exactly are we?
We're dead, man. We're dead. Welcome to my hood.
Welcome to my hood. Oh, where's the umbrella?
It was on the flag.
Ah,
I caught it.
nice.
I look for it now that people berated us.
Covered our asses. Nice.
Does anyone know what that sign says?
Yeah, it says, do not ring the bell.
What do we do? Does anybody know?
Reggie? Reggie.
It's weird. Calling our dad by his first name.
Oh my God. Dad killed me. Oh my God, he killed me too. A lot.
He's an alien.
We're trying not to use that kind of terminology here. You could just say he's British. All my life, I've been a loser. I've been a freak. I've made mistake after mistake after mistake. It was a sign that this is my home. And it's where I'm meant to be.
This shitty place? We're dead, right?
As the Dougie, baby.
That's the Dougie. Yeah. So what happens if I do this?
Nice try, big guy, but there ain't no pain in the void. Yeah! Take your best shot.
Like how that looks like a 1950s set.
I can see it.
I don't get it. Like, we're with the people that loved us the most, okay? So why wouldn't we tell them? Things suck right now, and it would be nice to give the family something to fight for.
Can you shut up and eat your fish?
Are you lying again?
No, she's not.
Okay.
She's just scared. She doesn't want to be seen as weak.
Are you really sure that he could kill Luther?
I think he could kill Luther, Klaus, and the rest of us without breaking a moral sweat. And what's worse, I think Allison is involved.
No.
God, I love you, Five.
Always the smartest.
Look, even if you're right, I can't imagine they're just gonna come clean if we confront them.
I agree.
I like how his voice is becoming deeper. Viktor's.
Relax, don't worry. You have all the time in the world to get over it.
All right, that's it.
What the hell?
This is someone's idea of heaven?
What the?
Hey, buddy.
You.
No.
This is fun. We're gonna see you open up now.
He's still thinking about that bachelor party.
Still getting invited.
We're here now, in the Hotel Oblivion, just like you wanted. I made that happen.
Don't be ridiculous. Allison killed Harlan, and I united the families. What did you do, number 2? The bells are just a metaphor for this.
The sigil.
Correct, number 5.
Great. So we'll just stay in the hotel forever, staring at the walls and eating bad sushi.
Finding the sigil is our only way out of here, and the best chance we have of resetting the universe.
Funny how you and Dad are on the same page again.
I forgot my journal. Go on, I'll meet you on 5.
What's your plan?
Come on. Summon the Guardian.
You know, your deal is costing people their lives.
Do you really think that I made a deal with Dad to kill Luther and Klaus? I'm done.
I mean, that part of her story is true. She did not.
Technically.
Just listen to me.
Trying to be defensive to cover your ass. Oh. Oh.
Says 5.
Whoa.
Viktor, Allison?
What is this place?
You're the ones who said to hell with family and the whole universe. I'm the only one fighting to save both.
Just need to know what Dad is planning before more of us get killed.
Where the hell is 5?
He was right behind me.
This is so mysterious.
Little funhouse. Ooh.
What's going on?
3. Who's number 3?
I don't know.
Why tell the truth when you can just mindfuck someone into getting what you want without ever having to be truly vulnerable?
Do you know how crazy that is?
What if I fail? Oh, baby, like my mom failed me.
Aww.
Because behind that crazy bullshit is a good and decent person.
You sure?
Ugh. 1,000%.
Oh.
Come on.
Just gonna leave that in the ceiling?
He was never a sparrow. He was our dad, and a shitty one at that. You don't need him.
Easy for you to say when you've already got a new family.
The best part of that family just died.
Can't believe I'm saying this. I'm actually glad to see you guys.
Oh.
Problem, Dad?
You!
You missed me.
How?
I wish I could explore this more, my boy, but now isn't a good time.
You used me, you know, to get the family.
Unless he's tripping.
You used me, and then when I was no more use to you, just leave me to die on the floor?
Leave you to die? I did you a favor. I knew you'd find your way back to the void where you belong.
I do like it there. Those dollar stores, which are quite... Freeze! Hold on.
That's that.
What the hell is happening?
We should get back to the lobby.
Yeah.
Which one of our moronic siblings do you think rang the damn bell?
Oh, God.
Damn.
Who did it?
Oh, there's multiple.
Like ancient Asian warriors.
Right.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice shot, sweetie.
You didn't do much, homie.
Oh, fuck me.
Huh.
Go, go.
Press a button!
Okay, whoa, what floor, what floor?
Anyone!
Ooh, I'm so scared. I don't want her to die.
Okay.
Revenge looks good on her. Would you shut up and help us kill this thing?
Oh, he's got an axe again.
The deadliest one of them all. Okay, just stand there. That's cool too.
But I did this for all of us. Luther and Klaus too.
What did he offer you?
I need you to trust me. Look at me. If we get through this, everything's gonna be okay.
What the hell's the deal?
Right, just say it already.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're separated. You're screwed. You're screwed, dude.
Allison?
Viktor!
There's got to be some way to navigate this.
I'm gonna guess it has something to do with the numbers.
Hey! Hey! What do you think you're doing?
I'm protecting my family, all right?
No. You promised we'd always be together.
I know.
Jacob, no.
Whoa, what a hell of a shot.
The armor, it's like hitting cement.
There's a space between the back plates.
You need to get behind me.
Let's kill this thing.
Wait, Slaone.
Hey, asshole!
Oh, God.
Ooh. Damn.
Goddamn, Ben.
Finally. Oh, there it is.
Oh, the 7. Oh, shit.
The sigil.
We did it. We completed the entire mission.
Finally, someone with a power worth mimicking.
Lila.
Some weird ADR there.
Right.
I'll explain later. Shit.
The shot from the trailer.
Yep. And the thumbnail on Netflix. Hell yeah.
It's pretty cool. See what's happening though.
At least this time we're not aiming at each other.
Nice.
Oh, wow. You put a dent in that thing.
A little bit more than that.
Just do that to every one of them.
Guys never separate.
Yeah.
Klaus?
I'm still confused about how Klaus got there. Because doesn't he need a body to...
Just roll with it right now.
All right,
We'll
fuck it.
question later.
Oh, you look like hell. Oh, you tried killing the Guardian.
We just did.
So did we.
I told you to stay in the...
That's toxic love for you.
Oh, I love you. Klaus, I...
You brought us here to die.
That's not so. Somewhere in this hotel is the key to resetting the universe. We just need to find the sigil.
I don't care about your sigil. None of us do.
No, we barely survived that Guardian with his stupid helmet and a sickle.
Are they standing on it? X marks the spot.
It was on the back of the warrior.
There's one left.
We have to go after it.
Because that worked so well the first time.
No, they're standing on it.
Hey, I found the sigil! It's on the...
Oh!
Not 5.
That's how he becomes old 5. He lost it. It's official. Ooh. He'll be fine. Shit. What? What? What the hell?
Gross.
It's all spongy. That's gross.
I left you to guard the most precious thing in the universe.
And what was it?
You'll soon understand. You all will.
I have a feeling we're not going to learn this episode. Yeah, he's a ghost. Yeah.
Oh no. You just animated him. No, Klaus.
I can't hold it. I will love you forever.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Oh, if I was Slaone, I'd murder that Hargreeves right now.
He'll be back. He's fine. Yeah, it's so gross.
Digital is in the lobby floor. It's the stars. 7.7 of us.
No, not you.
What the shit is going on?
It's the only way to stop him.
Oh, shit.
What is happening?
Why do you say not Allison?
Fascinating. What is happening? What is going on?
Holy crap.
What is happening? Whoa.
What the
What is
so going
trippy.
on?
This is wild.
Particles inside their bodies are the only things that fuel the machine.
Kill Luther. Tried to kill Klaus. He won't stop until we're all dead.
God damn it, Allison. Oh, it's exposed. Did you see that?
What?
Hargreeves. Exposed, yeah.
Whoa, what the hell? What the heck? Yo. What the hell is happening?
Beam a signal or some shit? What's going on here?
Allison, don't touch that button. You don't know what it does. Allison, stop! Don't make me do this! Do you trust me?
No! Don't!
What
don't
reason?
do it!
What reason have you given?
Viktor, what are you doing? Stop her!
What are you doing? You gotta be shitting me.
This is it. Oh god, if they're gonna show the credits, I'll be so mad, bro.
Turn back time?
What is happening?
I'm gonna need to watch heavy spoilers video.
Right. Immediately.
What is happening?
I'm so confused.
What's wrong, Mama? Nothing, baby. No, I'm just so happy to be home.
That's where you always meant to be.
Did she die? What is happening?
She got everything she wanted.
Or did she?
Cool.
I hope the baby's okay.
Luther?
What?
Whoa, normal Luther? Oh, shit. Whoa, that's weird.
That looks weird. That Top Hopper actually looks like. I know, it looks strange.
It's not all, big guy. Huh?
Oh. Holy shit.
That looked like some weird CGI effect.
We're so used to seeing him all bulky.
I gotta show Slaone.
I got my arm back.
Oh,
So
no.
cool.
Wait, where's Slaone?
Oh, she was
shoot.
she was right behind me.
OG timeline.
I don't care about any resets, all right? I want my wife back. Where is she, Five?
Glad you're alive, but please take your hand off me.
Not until you give me an answer.
Okay, screw this.
They lost their powers.
Okay. Come on, Alakazam.
No tattoos.
I'm out, bitches.
Oh, guys, come on. We should stick together and figure this out.
What are we supposed to do?
Live our lives.
You guys. Why don't you guys just separate, man? You guys gotta figure this out. Oh my God.
Hargreeves, whoa.
It's like Hargreeves' planet. My God.
Hargreaves Central. Whoa. Oh, we got his wife back.
Was it all a plan just to get her?
Think so. Whoa.
Yeah. I just lick your tongues together.
Wow.
That's a lot to wrap a head around.
Yeah. This is not the way I thought this season would end.
That's a lot of WTF questions.
Hi there. So here's the deal. I'm shooting this on my phone because it's like 3 a.m. and Aaron actually called me a few hours after we were done shooting the final episode reaction for Umbrella Academy. I was like, dude, there was a post-credit scene. I was like, oh crap, did you already watch it? He already watched it. And he said it's super short, but I was like, well, we've come this far, so might as well do a quick reaction to it for you guys at my little editing station here. As you can see, my editing station's right where we film, but on the opposite side. But let's see what this is all about. Okay, we're back on the train. Benny. That's it? I don't know what to make of that. What? What does that mean? I have no idea what to make of that. Is this the same Ben from the Sparrow Academy, or is this like another Ben from the like this? Are there gonna be like 2 Bens? Is what I'm getting at. Just the original Ben that got to survive? I don't know what this means for the future of Umbrella Academy. Or for what it's setting up for season 4. This the Ben that got to just live a happy, normal life and wasn't tortured and traumatized like every Ben that we know of? I don't know. I'm very clueless right now as to what to make of this. Anyway, I'm glad I watched it though. But Aaron was telling me he didn't know what to make of this post-credit scene either. So regardless, it does not affect our very long, in-depth, thorough discussion that we have of the episode. We talked for a long time. So, stick around if you're interested in our actual review portions of it, because yeah, there's a lot to say, but this is a weird post-credit scene. I have no idea what it's implying.
A lot of pondering, a lot of just kind of not left with a feeling of like, what the fuck? Oh, there's a feeling of like what's going on, but it's also just like a calming kind of like if the show got canceled after this, I'm like, all right, I guess this is the end of the show. They're human and they separated, but obviously it was gonna be another season. But yeah, I just feel I don't know. I don't even know what I feel.
I thought it became
that was a great finale.
Became pretty haunting.
Yeah.
In the last like 20 minutes, I was like, this is some haunting shit. This is getting to the dark part of my soul right now.
Hargreeves Utopia. Wow.
Evil mastermind.
Evil mastermind. Yeah. What was?
Seems
like
that was
the time.
his plan was wanted real estate, is what he wanted.
He wanted to be a real estate mogul.
He's just all about capitalism. That's all he cared about.
He really wanted to win Monopoly.
Wanted to own land.
It all makes sense now with the monocle.
You're the Monopoly man. This was all getting to you this whole time.
Oh, man. Oh, shoot.
I didn't know where it was going to go in the end.
Yeah, no.
When they're all like fucking oh, where are they going to die right now?
And they got enough energy to reset the universe, but in Hargreeves' image, like, but he died?
I mean, yeah, there better be some clear goddamn answers next season.
I don't know their powers. Like, Luther looks so weird without his muscle suit on. But that's just the actor. It was so odd.
How does he know so much? How does Hargreeves know so much? I mean, I know he's like an alien who's like seen everything and anything.
But it's fascinating. We're 3 seasons in. There's still so much mystery
and it's
as
like,
to the world of this character.
And it seemed like he had to keep the wife alive.
Yeah, well, it said
or
deceased
incubated on the moon or some shit.
Yeah, kept her body on the moon for the event that he would bring her back one day.
Why would that matter with resetting the universe?
I don't know. I have no clue. It doesn't make sense, but I feel like we're going to get the answers next season. Hopefully.
Is there something to do with what Allison constructed with pushing the button that was her wish fulfillment? Is that why Slaone's not alive?
But why would that make it in Hargreeves' image? That doesn't make sense.
Because it seems like the deal struck is that Hargreeves would get what he wants and Allison would get what she wants.
Yeah. Reconstructing the entire universe, because Ray is a man from the 60s. And here he is now in present day.
That's what I mean. Is like with whatever buttons he was touching, must have been like my plan, Allison's plan.
Right. Yeah. He designed it that way. But then Luther gets to come back to life. Like, was he?
She must have wanted that, or they didn't have powers and all that. Kind of like a Scarlet Witch House of M thing, in a certain extent of being like. Mutants are bad.
Yeah.
So I wanted to come back normal.
So I think the question
was really jarring seeing Luther. I was like, is that what he looks like? Just normal?
Yeah, he looks very long. He's a long-limbed individual.
The actor just looks like. I'm so used to seeing him like all buff and shit. But, I mean, yeah, it can't be a show without them with them not having powers. I mean, I feel like they could do that for a few episodes.
Right.
It's crazy because like it maintained that play-like quality. You know, just like a lot of scenes of just them together, debating, conversing, arguing, up until like the very end. Other than like it's got the most action packed with the Oblivion hotel, but even then it was still like contained at the hotel, and it was like, oh, it is doing the thing I was kind of saying that I was hoping the show would do, which is keep it like very personal and intimate.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became like the biggest. In like 10 seconds, it was like, this is the biggest it's ever gotten. This is massive.
Yeah, they're always up in the ante with this show.
But yeah, I mean, I quite love the last half of this. I like the finale a lot. I did. I don't know how people feel about the finale in general, but I quite love this finale. I think it was. I think the moment in the garden was a bit rushed. The button. Fair. It's like Luther running off. Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. He has to go find his woman.
Yeah, he's panicked. He wants to go find her. Like, everyone thinks back, but nothing else matters to him. Like, that makes sense. But everyone just, like, split up in, like, 30 seconds.
Right.
I'm like,
you mean, like, screw family?
You
like,
think you guys probably want to figure this shit out together, right?
Like, we got a lot of answers we got to go find.
Like, bye.
Man, it makes me wonder if interesting enough, I think this is the only time we've seen where it allows them to have some sort of time jump, because each of the previous seasons started from the moment the last season ended, which kind of frees them up to have a different structure for whatever season 4 is going to be.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't read the comics for this show, so
no, I think it's vastly different from the comics. I read like the first couple of arcs, but yeah, this is very different from what I read.
Good.
Yeah,
it's less predictable.
Yeah. Oh, everybody can enjoy it. Even Gerard Way doesn't know what the fuck's happening, and he wrote it.
I can imagine a lot of people have issues with Al. I imagine Allison has been quite a polarizing portrayal.
Yeah.
Because the show never quite brings you to a state of understanding.
I think I understood, but I think the way they showed her express her grief and frustration was a little extreme. And I don't know if it was the writing choices or the directing choices, but it's just like, in spite of all her pain, I don't like you.
Yeah.
I don't like the choices that you're making.
Well, it just seems so. I mean, she seems human, and
definitely human. I can't deny that.
It's more of a mixed bag for me when it comes to her. Like at times, I really get it, and at times I'm like, your selfish ways are getting in the fucking way. It really hovers back and forth for me with her, and even up until this final decision moment.
Yeah,
like she does. I feel like the show tried having a redeeming quality by her saving them from death, which is a solid recovery. But the fact that she did lie her way to this moment and was very deceptive, because it seemed like Hargreeves really did want to honor his deal.
Yeah, with her.
Yeah, he's like, don't even step on the fucking what was it? The sigil, the signs, the stars. Yeah, they're like, don't step on it. Like it seemed like he really was keen on honoring his deal, and so it's like clearly she seems like she's the one who lucked out the most in the end.
Yeah, I think this deal and how it plays out by the very end kind of makes me really think about Hargreeves as a character and who this universe's Hargreeves is. Maybe just all versions of him, or the two versions we've seen, in that this man is truly someone who is about justifying the ends, justifying the means, because somewhere in his spell of sucking the life force out of him, he gave them new life, a new chance to be something without the burdens of what he's put upon them in a new reality.
This is an interesting bookend because it starts off in this season where they're stranded, but they decide to, find new settlement together.
Yeah.
And this starts off with stranded in a new place, but they're going to just fuck off and go their separate ways.
Yeah.
Like it's very different.
Yeah, and the other two,
I am kind of bummed about Slaone.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll find her. Because there's 47 babies, something like that.
But did that still happen?
There. I don't know, man.
There's a lot of questions.
There's a lot of questions. Yeah, it kind of makes me ponder. So first season into second season, we go back in time. Second season to season 3, we're in an alternate timeline. So this is seemingly multiverse. We're going into a whole new universe, entire new reality.
Well, this is a reset,
a reboot.
Yeah, and I think that's what the 7, like I said, like 7, being very symbolic for like recreation. So like creating the universe
in his image,
in his own image. Yeah, it is birthed into his own image, where it's Hargreeves' land.
Yeah,
he is like God and ruler over this.
Yeah, it makes me wonder.
Well, that's because I really started to like Slaone. That's why, especially in this last episode, I was like, "All right, we got some real depth to you now. Finally, you grieving and revenge and all that. Like you're a real character."
Yeah, I gave you something to root for her for sure.
So I always liked her, but this was like now I'm like really now I care for you. Like when it looked like the warrior
was gonna stab her,
was gonna kill her, I was like, "Oh, that's sad." I was like kind of bummed at the thought of her dying.
Yeah, I think she'll be around. Yeah.
A lot happened.
A lot. This is a thick boy finale.
And other than that final beat at the end, it didn't feel particularly rushed or too much to me. I quite enjoyed the chaos of it all.
It left me with a couple questions though. Like what? So we saw in Oblivion that 5 got his arm cut off, right? But then the reboot happened, but he got a tattoo. So I'm like, is that like an offshoot of the events of what happened in Oblivion? Because he still got his arm cut off and still got the tattoo, but he's in the paradox-proof panic room.
That's a good question.
I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that tracks.
Well, I mean, I think there's a reason they set up the whole thing about a paradox.
Yeah. No, I imagine they'll probably come into season 4.
Because the thing with paradoxes is you go, wait, if this didn't happen, how did this happen? How did this happen if this didn't happen? You know, when I forget what episode it was, like episode 3 or 4, when they were explaining what a paradox is. And I think that's part of it is like, I don't know how well they can explain that, but maybe the events of Oblivion did happen. But when they went to that point in the time stream, Lila and 5, that there's still a plane of existence of Earth. Do you get what I'm getting at? Like, there's still an existence, so the universe wasn't done with. So,
yeah, do we know that the Time Bureau exists within this plane of reality?
I don't know.
I don't fucking remember, man. We watched it 2 years ago.
Just roll with it.
Just roll. Fine. But yeah, I think that it leaves us with a lot of questions.
I don't know how Klaus came back.
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense, but I liked it. I liked that he's back.
There needed to be some type of physical body.
Yeah, because in all the times we saw him die, he like would return to that body and it would like fix itself. But you just reanimate yourself out of nothing. That's interesting. Okay, they were like, we wanted to make a strong choice, but don't question how we go back on that choice. We just roll with it. It didn't make sense, but I was like, okay, yeah, I like this. I like him. I like them together. It doesn't mean make sense. We're good. What's logic?
I don't know, but I thought the visuals were very beautiful.
Yeah. Except for the warrior guy with the holes in his face. It made me think of like this actual condition where like that's a thing. You have like little worms coming out of your face.
Yeah, it's fucking gross. Huh?
It's hella gross.
I feel like there's a lot of metaphors that are fucking flying all over my head. So, holes in there, cockroaches. Okay.
Is Stanley back? Is Stanley still? What was the thing with his ear? What was that all about? So many questions.
A mislead into thinking he had some powers.
Yeah, but there was never like a payoff on that mislead.
It's a weird season. It is, because it starts off with like the Sparrow Academy and what is this? Kugelblitz, and then the last half is very much about. The show seems to function at its best when the main focus is stop the world from ending.
Yeah. I wonder if we were to go back and watch the beginning of season 3, if you can see all of the through lines for where they end up by the end of this season. Because like at some points it feels like they're just kind of like going along and like making it up, but in other points it's like, okay, there is a point to what is happening. I still don't understand why Grace was so obsessed with the things. Like, she's a robot. Why is she obsessed with
they have some storylines that kind of seem to. The idea with a season usually is like a bunch of different storylines, and you watch the convergence of it. And here was kind of just some of it was kind of like not really a whole. It was kind of zigzagging around all over the place. Like, some of it doesn't quite make you feel that completion when you think about it as a whole. I really have two associations with the season. The first half and the last half.
I didn't hate the first half.
The last half to me is very focused and very concise and clear and powerful and effective.
Yeah.
And then the first half, they do feel like two separate halves. You know what I mean?
That. Yeah, I get
it. Like it's part of the same story, but execution-wise, they feel like not as properly tethered, or even like the grief of Harlan kind of feels dropped for Viktor.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like a lot of things happened without full payoff, but like I said, like I think I said at one of the earlier episodes, like certain things would kind of happen to further the plot, but without any real sense behind them. And then other things would make sense, but would also do that would make sense for our characters, where they were emotionally, and that elevated the plot. And I think this season had a mix of both of those things. So I still, at the end of the day, it was still a very enjoyable season of television to watch. But I think if we are comparing it to the other 2 seasons of Umbrella Academy, I still think it falls third for me.
It does, but it still has some of the most memorable, in a very extremely positive way, has some of the most memorable moments of Umbrella Academy for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Like 1,000,000%. And yeah, there are some like character beat stuff that I do kind of wish we had.
Did 5
that would have created more conflict. Like I think Slaone, you know, like when Slaone first loses those members of the Sparrows, she's so upset, and then it's just she's not upset anymore. And then and Viktor and Harlan, I'm like, I feel like that would create some real. Like, it seemed like Viktor was just so focused on like, I'm mad at you, Allison, for the way you treat me. I'm like, there's a real loss here.
Yeah, they never give her a chance to really process that. Or
like Cece was the love of your life, and that was Cece's kid, and Harlan was killed, and you know, like there was it didn't. And this whole thing with Harlan kind of like Harlan gives up his powers, but for some reason that storyline doesn't feel like it amounted to much.
No, because
it was such a big part of the first half.
Yeah, because like it could do one of 2 things. It could either power Viktor up enough to be something that's more exponential in their ability, or it could serve as something that really boosts Harlan as a character, or connects those two. But I don't think that if you take Harlan out of the show, it changes a lot. I mean, it's a catalyst for the rift between Allison and Viktor's relationship, but outside of that, I don't know if it did a whole lot. I mean, it started the Kugelblitz and like the paradox of that, but yeah, he didn't. At the end of the day, he didn't do much as a character, and I was kind of looking forward to what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Also, we don't know why his name was
like it's important, but it somehow still feels incomplete.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff I enjoyed about Umbrella Academy, because like, at the end of the day, I still enjoy all these characters, but there were some loose threads and some things in there that didn't quite make sense. Like, I still don't understand what the whole Buffalo thing was. It just like a physical representation to show that this was the other half of a dimension, or the other side of a portal door? Was there more significance to that?
Sure.
Yeah, these are a lot of questions, but I can say that at the end of the day, I did enjoy watching this. I had a really fun time doing this with you, and I think that I'm gonna continue to watch the show.
Yeah, and I love Lila a lot in this. You know, like Lila was such a in the previous season mischievous villain, and then here I quickly bought her as one of the main protagonists.
Yeah,
like not a villain at all. Like no, you're one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Like,
did Ben work for you by the end of the season?
He's all right. I didn't love Ben by the end, but I didn't mind Ben in the last few episodes. In the last few, I didn't mind him.
Yeah, I went from like hating him to like tolerating him.
Yeah, to being like, he's fine.
Yeah, and they also never really go into the whole Jennifer thing with him.
Sure.
Which I was hoping they would, because you see all the pictures and art. They kind of allude to it without really diving in deep, which I'm like, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that they just do for the sake of doing without following through.
I mean, there's a lot to appreciate, though. I think
I
think the finale. I love the setting of. I feel like there's still more to explore. Yet I still really like the execution of having this sort of ominous horror tone. Like it was suspenseful. It was really like when they start walking through, you know, like different when the hotel's kind of turning in on them.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, like that was intense. that was really suspenseful. It was pretty cool, and I really like that a lot. And yeah, Ben was fine. Klaus, you do see how his powers do come. Like he was able to just kind of like summon Luther.
Yeah.
So the button kind of, that's what I mean, there's a lot happening there because like Luther's dead. He's in the afterlife. They get back there. Luther gets to save the day, say goodbye to Slaone, and then it's a ghost, and it's sad. And then and then he's back.
He's back.
Just
Like weird.
Hey, I'm here. Yeah. Like I guess in some ways, some things could have used a bit more breathing room, but in the immediacy of the moment, it wasn't feeling rushed to me. In the kind of reflecting, I'm like, maybe it could have been a little longer to help let some things kind of pace out a little bit better. But I do think that overall this was still, it still gets me excited I'm still excited for season 4, and I still want to uncover what's going to happen in season 4. I want to see the completion of the story.
Yeah.
I would hate for it to end here.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I would hate for, like, it could end here. I would think that would suck, though, if it ended here. I'm like, no, we got to see what happens, and I think that'd be a terrible final scene.
Oh, okay. I guess it was just really downer note.
Yeah. Like, what happens?
Hargreeves wins, and they all separate. Goodbye.
Yeah, there is something really odd about the way that final moments played out to me. But, I don't know. Could use a little bit. They didn't ever quite have that scene. Like there tends to be like a great sequence that just stands out.
You know what I also realized? There was never like, they're the Umbrella Academy, but there was never like that team moment, you know, like how they had in season 2. I still think season 2 is the strongest season of the show.
Definitely. I agree. I know a couple people who prefer season 1 overall. But no, season 2 for me is still my personal favorite. I think season 2 is the strongest.
I would have liked to watch them work together, as like he said we need the seven of them to do this. And granted, they all 7 were standing on the pieces so the machine would work, but I would like to see 7 of them or all of them work with their powers together, a la Avengers style or Justice League style, you know, to try to take down whatever these threats were. But I guess at the end of the day, it's not really a superhero show, in spite of the fact that the premise started with these siblings that were formed to originally be a superhero team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what makes this show charming is its oddities, its gonzo nature. It's like when it just leans into its weirdness and absurdity.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not the weirdest season. There's something that's kind of like unsettling in the like there's something that's kind of like unsettling. It's more melancholic. What I respect about this show a lot is I can say each season feels very different.
100%.
And I think that's a really cool thing to say, is they all feel different.
Yeah.
You know,
kudos to them for not
like the first one felt a little bit more gothic.
Yeah. Gothic, kind of grounded, you know, like before they really like upped their budget, you know, they had to like really rely on all the character drama in the first season.
And then the second one was like that 60s backdrop. And it
got really weird with
a
it.
little more fun and exciting. And this had more of an acceptance of death. You know, dealing with that. But the tone and flair didn't start really clicking for me until the last half.
Yeah.
But there's a lot about the mood. This is like the Dark Knight Rises out of the trilogy for
I
me.
wholeheartedly agree. Yeah,
You know, where I'm like, there's a lot visually and tonally that I really love about this one, and there's some really exciting stuff. But I definitely feel like it's the third one. Yeah.
I want a more Pogo, man. I liked Biker Pogo. Wish we got to see more of his life and more of his involvement with the family and what his relationship was with the Sparrows.
Yeah, this is not the most fulfilling season, I would say. I keep going back to things that are just adjectives of feeling a little incomplete in some arenas.
Yeah, I like I said, I enjoyed a lot about it.
I was like, man, the last half, you should have gone to like this shit a little faster. I didn't feel like we needed to get to take that long to get to that, especially when they're like, sparrows don't really fucking matter. You know?
I never gave a fuck about the sparrows.
I was like,
the entire time.
Yeah, and when they set you up for that, and they're just like, screw it. So
that's why I said I feel like they didn't really have a clear vision.
It's a little disjointed in that regard, and I feel like the last half is so much better and so good, but because they only have a certain number of episodes to do, you know, it's like if they had just done the plot line that the episode 5 and more on introduces, or episode 6 and on truly introduces, if that was the like more of the focus and jumping point instead of any of this like Sparrow Academy shit and like.
You know what it felt like to me? It felt like at the end of season 2, they wrote themselves into a hole, and it took them
they were like
6 episodes to figure out how the fuck they're gonna get themselves out.
We don't really want to do the Sparrow.
We're gonna change Ben's hair. We're not gonna make the Sparrows matter all that much. We're not gonna make them full characters, but we just want to get to this point, and by any means necessary, we're gonna get there.
Yeah, they felt very disposable.
They literally were. Like, Harlan killed 2 of them in like nothing.
I don't remember how Raven Lady died. I just felt the Kugelblitz thing.
Kugelblitz, she got blitzed, and then so did Christopher. Right? Ugh. Like, there's a lot to enjoy about this season, but there's a lot that kind of annoyed me and aggravated me as well. But like,
they don't. It's like it needs to like somehow thematically play in or emotional wise play in.
Yeah, and then you know what? Also, something because like I said, they would do things without actually making them fully matter. Like the whole conversation about that 5 had with Viktor about doing, if you do things alone, like you become the villain, and like if you do that shit again, I'll kill you myself. Now, like that never really came back into play.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is they set up a lot of really. That's what I mean. Is like if the last half was the first 5 episodes essentially, and then they had 5 more to expand. Like you get to the apocalypse ending at the very end of that different alternate timeline 10 that I'm talking about in my own headcanon. Then they really could have had like a pretty perfect season 3 that feels like really doom and gloom and melancholic, and because I really loved, like I loved at least 3 of these episodes. There was at least 3 episodes I truly loved in here.
I agree.
And like 7, 8, and 9 I thought were like, I loved them. And 10's a pretty damn great finale. It's just because it's a finale, it gets you to kind of look at the whole picture.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought the finale was good. I don't think I loved it as much as you, but I
liked
enjoyed
it a lot. Yeah, I was surprised by how much I liked it. I thought they were going to drop the ball.
I think 6, 7, and 8 were my favorites. 6, 7, and 8 were the ones that I absolutely loved.
What was 6 again? What happened?
6.
6 is when I was like, that was really good. And then 7, 8, and 9, and I was like, these are awesome.
You started to flip around in 6. I think 6 is when Harlan got killed.
That was 5.
No, it was 6. No.
Was it 6?
Pretty sure it was 6. Harlan got
6 is when they first.
No. You're right. 5. He got killed at the very end of 5.
I know 6 is when Lila and Diego first go into the Oblivion. I don't remember how it ends. But 6 is when I really felt like this is a turning point. I remember feeling like this is a turning point. But 7 was when I was like, wow, that was great.
Yeah.
And then 8 was like, oh my God, they did it again. And I really liked episode 9 a lot. I thought episode 9 was pretty awesome. It got me jazzed about the finale.
Yeah, episode 9 was really good. Yeah, I really liked the wedding episode. I think that was the most heartfelt for me.
That was 8, yeah. And that's what I mean. Like those tones, they mastered here.
Mm-hmm.
That 7 and 8, like that real, like they never really became as fun as like season 2, but in terms of like going into this feeling of death and appreciating just your loved ones and the ones you live with.
Yeah.
So that's why I mean like the ending kind of like undercuts a lot of that for me here. Of just like fuck it, got by. I'm like. Like, it would have been more powerful if there was some type of emotion to them separating. Mm-hmm. If they had time to just, like, have, like, Luther could go off, but it's like, well, what do we do? And they, instead of just being like, In some ways, it's very Umbrella Academy, but I feel like for a finale, I would have personally preferred a bit of an emotional button. Like, they still could have separated, but I would have liked it more if there was some type of emotional undercurrent to them going their separate ways.
Yeah, I'll say in some ways for me emotionally, this season 3 of Umbrella Academy is like the emotional equivalent of like Stranger Things season 2 for me. So I think that's like my least favorite.
I think Stranger Things 3 is my least favorite.
Really? I really enjoyed season 3. The action, like the blockbuster season. I dug it.
I know. When I rewatched them, I was like, nah, 3's the weak. That's a pretty.
4 is killing it. Man.
4 is killing it. There's a reason 4 feels nothing like 3.
But hey, maybe Umbrella Academy will have that same luck with a killer season 4. You know, a focus season 4.
They're never gonna give them that much money.
You know what? I think I'm happy. I really enjoyed the journey of how we got here. I wasn't head over heels in love with it like it was season 2, but I think where we end the season gives us a lot of potential for them to really shine and really do something creative and new going forward, because they haven't written themselves into a immediate action kind of cliffhanger. Like, they can do a time jump if they want to help figure things out, and us find these characters in these new places until something else ultimately has to bring them back together.
Yeah, I think season 1 and 2 did a great job at like, what are our starting points for our characters in the first and second episode, and then what is the completion by the end?
Yeah, I think.
And here I'm like, oh, that first 5 feels very different, and their arcs don't feel that clear as a unit or as individuals.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, in some ways, if they play it right, this almost is like a reprisal, or like a because at the beginning, how the series starts with everybody separated, you know. So where we end this 3rd season is everybody disperses again.
Right.
So the 4th season gives them the opportunity for them to all be in those places. What are their lives? For them, some sort of event to have to bring them back together again.
Right. What is the audience score on this season?
Yeah, I don't want too many people that watched it either. I have like one friend.
Yeah, it's not getting as many. I don't think it's getting as many views as the previous season.
I wonder why that is.
I'm gonna check the audience score here.
I feel like for Stranger Things was gone longer than the Umbrella Academy was, and they're firing on all cylinders as far as views and audience ratings go.
It's fucking Stranger Things. It's like a completely different beast.
The flagship show of Netflix.
I mean, the reviews are really high for season 3. That's a 90%.
Wow.
That's very high.
Is it higher than season 1 and 2?
I mean, season 2 is 91%.
Season 2 is great.
Season 2 has like 40 more reviews, so that's pretty good. Season 1 is the lowest of the critic reviews.
Fascinating.
The audience score is pretty low. It's 62%.
For this season?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either way, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's kind of fascinating. 62 is pretty low. Fuck. That's low. It's like right on the edge of passing.
Goddamn.
But I haven't dived in to see the opinions, but that is pretty low because I think season 2 is like 89 or something.
It's a great season.
It's a great season. It's the best one. Yeah, guys. Thank you for being here. Thanks, Aaron, for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Interesting note to leave on. And hey, stick around for whatever more we decide to cover. Appreciate y'all. Much love, Reject Nation. Glad we got to complete this journey.